What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another beautiful day out here in the rural mountains. To be more specific, we are not in Tennessee as of right now, but we are taking a very brief day trip through here in North Carolina. I wanted to stop and get a few things done today, but the first stop on this trip today, you guys, is that we are here at what was once Ghost Town in the Sky. Yes, this was a very, very well-known tourist attraction from, I believe, about the 70s up until after a couple of deaths and incidences. I know one case, one of the outlaws, or one of the cowboys, one of their guns went off and killed somebody. And I believe someone got stuck on the tram, where they were stuck for about 2 hours. But this place has been the center of a lot of controversy as well. There has been several talks of getting it operational again, but it always seems to be met with some kind of drawback, pullback, and, well, backlash. But anyway, guys, let's see what's down here at Ghost Town in the Sky, or what was once Ghost Town in the Sky. This is just the bottom portion of it. In order to see the top, you have to get permission. By the way, that's another cool story in itself, but unfortunately we will not be able to do that today. But there's still a lot down here. But anyway, guys, let's get to it. Let's have some fun. Anchor down. Ghost Town in the Sky, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Builder, Mr. R.B. Coburn. With the help of Russ Pearson, Dan Carpenter Hubert, and Alaska Presley. The Golden Years, 1961 to 1966. This right here is a stone marker dedicated to the outlaw gunfights that happened here at Ghost Town in the Sky. And also it is dedicated to the man who did build this, R.B. Coburn. Anyway, let's see what else is said underneath here. Doc Valentine, this monument placed by the Dean, Bobby, and Marcia in honor of our father Herbert Doyle Teaster, who was hailed by all of the local actors as the one who set the standard for the character known as Digger the Undertaker. Yes, what was it? Were the man who made the world famous gunfights at Ghost Town in the Sky. And now, what made Ghost Town in the Sky so special is that there were about 3 ways to get to the actual park. The first was an incline railway. Yes, this is one of the original cars that was built into the side of the hill. I think this one was more or less just display, but no, this was one of the originals, pardon me. Looks like the track has since been removed, but you could go that way up the mountain to the park, or you could go by bus, and then you also had the chairlift, which is right down there. As you can see, there was a second inline car at one point right here on the left. Here on the right is the one that is still there, the one that I thought was just a display, but I was wrong. Well, I mean, I guess today it would be considered a display because, of course, there's no incline cars or any trains or even an active theme park. But just think, way back when, around the 60s up to the early 2000s, before all the deaths happened and occurred, this is how, one of the big ways how you get up the mountain. An incline car, 2 of them, and they would take you to the top. Kind of reminds me of the Incline Railway in Chattanooga. And just imagine how much force these pulleys right here would put on these tram cars. Gotta think, that's pretty awesome. Looks like you can technically get in the back of it. I might actually do that before we go to the next spot around here. But this is one very large incline car. Kind of sucks that it no longer runs. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do now. I just gotta slowly get to the top and hopefully not run out of breath. Man, I'm running out of breath. But just right up here. Okay, now I think about the lucky job the guy who ran this car must have had. Or I think actually this must have been I don't think that would have been a handicap spot, but imagine the guy would go up to the very top and this would be his view. And it looks like one of these doors are open too, but it appears that I might be too fat to get in here. Whew. Okay, that was harder than it needed to be, so I'm gonna sit down real quick and think about what all this car has seen. It's kind of neat, kind of cool too, a little bit haunting as well. Check out these horses. Again, very much reminiscent of how ghost town in the sky was before it shut down. The horse and buggy, the Red Devil roller coaster, the gunfights, the western shows, the good times. I'd probably say this is really the only horse and buggy that is really even left over. And my goodness, somebody must have stolen a wheel. You know, it must have been cool when people could actually ride around in this one. Looks like the current owners do not want anyone going away with this buggy, but I don't blame them. I think this is more or less just a recreation. They probably know that people come out here and visit the abandoned side of it. That is cool. That is very, very cool. And the horses are just staring or side-eyeing me, I guess. And looks like technically you can go inside this one. It's relatively safe, although it is moving a little bit. It's very much moving a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel. Oh goodness. And if I had any friends, they'd be sitting right here, but I ain't got no friends. Well, actually I do, but Mr. Nomad Ben, currently as of the filming of this, he is out in Nashville filming his vlogging series before he gets his surgery. I could have invited Andy from Andy's Journeys, but Andy is usually he's only able to do things at the last minute. Just in case if y'all want to know more about your fellow vloggers and what they do in their downtime. And now, hopefully, my fat self does not break it. I didn't break it, so that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. For the first time in my life, I'll say I did not have to wait in line for a ride or something like that. But check this out. This is the old lift that people would ride up in to the very top. Now obviously, you know, they have taken the cars down, the carts, what have you, and I can totally understand that, because you don't want to get somebody that's crazy and riding on one and it just have it snap, and then that'd be a lawsuit on their hands. You don't want that. In this water pond, check this out. There are little baby tadpoles. That is so neat. Well, I mean, I imagine probably by the time this dries up, they'll probably all be frogs or toads. I think they would be frogs. Load here. Well, there ain't no car, so that kind of sucks. And you got to think, how many men or teenagers or teenage girls or what have you must have sat in this box here and watched people go up the mountainside. If I wasn't so fat, I would walk up that, but I don't want to. So we are going to walk around some more, and we are going to see what is actually still here. Well, I should say what is not here. Okay, I'm gonna quit now. Looks like the door is open on this one. This is just the ticket booth. I don't know why the door is open. I guess somebody maybe have gotten in, but we definitely do not want to be walking on that. That would be an OSHA problem waiting to happen. Very much an OSHA problem waiting to happen. And speaking of locked up places, or unlocked places, yeah, they definitely don't want people going in. But I totally understand that, and we are just looking on the outside. It looks like they are doing some work on it. I'd like to see this place back up and running, but I know that'll probably come one of these days. Maybe, just maybe. Because this place is really cool. Like, it's really impressive. And I hate that it sits kind of dilapidated like this, because some stuff happened. You know, maybe one day Dolly Parton could buy this park. In the comments below, you guys, you know what? Comment Dolly's name. See if we cannot get her to buy this place and refurbish it as a second Dollywood. I think it would do pretty well. It's got a lot of good spirit to it. And right outside there is the world famous sign that lets you know that you are a ghost town in the sky. Ghost Town Village. That's what happened when it reopened for a second time and stayed open for about 2 years. Sadly, it closed. I think it just didn't do well financially. And now this part I really did not know. But on February 1st, 1865, Colonel George Kirk, 2nd North Carolina Mounted Infantry, left Newport, Tennessee with 400 cavalry and infantry. So this park is also on the Civil War trails of North Carolina anyway. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I'll leave the sign right here for those of you who want to pause and read. Again, I did not know that. That is a new one in my book. Huh, and it does look like we can go upstairs. So, I think we're gonna do that. I don't know what we'll see though, but I am kind of curious to see what we can see. Sorry, that made no sense. But at least I know we'll see this. The big Ghost in the Town Village sign. Pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. Pretty freaking cool. It looks like when this place was opened, you could get up to another entry in the gift shop. However, I believe, like these other doors, they are locked as well. Yeah, they're locked. But just check that out. Imagine when you could still go in here and you could walk inside and like buy things, see things. I mean, even if Ghost Town in the Sky never really fully opened, it would still be cool if maybe they could allow people to go up to the abandoned park and have people explore and maybe pay for the money to open it that way. Just on the other side of that, there is another open room to what is, or what at least what I'm guessing is one of the offices. Looks like nobody has really been in here in a little while, but I'm only assuming that maybe they are they're working on it, which I'd like to see them work on it. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay, there is one more thing I came here to see here at Ghost Town in the Sky. And I saw it by a few other YouTubers, but the train that used to run around the train tracks here at Ghost Town in the Sky, they actually have it down here in the parking lot. Now, at first I thought, you know what, there's probably no way. They probably moved it at some point. But I did my research, and no, it is still here. This is the train that probably a lot of people grew up riding, and it's still here. Just think about it. This reminds me a lot of the diesel train that's up at the Lost Sea, that's up by the visitor center and gift shop. It does look like it has seen a little bit of wear. I guess that's the engine that would control everything, and I guess that's where somebody would sit at the control rooms, or control panel I should say. And now sadly, I highly doubt we could fit in there unless if I went around that way, but I don't feel like getting in there today. I'm not gonna lie. Just check that out. Check out, that is what gave it all the power. It was basically like one big giant lawnmower. And I don't know about you guys, but these train cars right here, these passenger trains or passenger cars, they remind me a lot of the train that's up at Lake Winnipesaukee, Lake Winnie. It's a really cool theme park. If you're not familiar with the South, I recommend you check it out. My friend Mr. Nomad Ben, he did a really good series on it, as well as my friend Andy from Andy's Journeys. Now I'm guessing this back one, that was for like for handy, I guess, for people who were disabled, I guess you could say. And while the red incline car is on display, here is the blue one. As you all can tell, the blue one is in a heck of a lot better shape, and it is a bit newer. Not like the past. Actually, this one does have the glass on it, so people could so people wouldn't get rained on. Looks like this one is technically open. That one's open. And here in the back, this is what would control it all. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. This is absolute Americana. But anyway, guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, vlog over.